All right. Hello, everyone. Hi, here we are. All right. I'm so glad you guys are here for this evening. It's going to be a really fun night. I hope you had a little bit of a nosh and got your energy back. We're going to have you for about an hour before we go off and enjoy the rest of the evening. So I just want to say a few words before we move on to the ceremony. So the annual G4C Awards celebrates the year's best games and immersive experiences that transcend traditional entertainment. They showcase the global impact of games as a force for good, might be education, might be inspiring, but certainly driving positive change worldwide. We have held the awards for nearly 2 decades, and it's been incredible to watch it grow alongside the sector, from humble beginnings to a widely known program that engages indie, student, and AAA studios. So this is the second year we're recognizing non-digital games in the board and tabletop category presented by Hasbro. So we want to thank them very much for their partnership. And honestly, we're thrilled about the growing interest in this category. We've had a 70% growth year on year of submissions from last year. We also want to give a special acknowledgement to the board and tabletop designers who went through extra steps to send hard copies of their games for our jurors to review. And that was talk about logistics. The team did an amazing job on that. We're also excited to feature 2 new categories this year. We have the debut of the Best Environmental Impact Game, which recognizes innovative experiences that inspire climate action, as well as the Indie Breakout Game. And that's a special award which will recognize a studio's first impact game. All right. Now, I'm going to get all verklempt, but I'm thrilled to introduce our host for this evening and our MC, Anjali Bhimani. Anjali is an award-winning actress whose career spans across all media. She's best known for her roles as Auntie Ruby on Ms. Marvel, Symmetra in Overwatch, Rampart in Apex Legend, and her many tabletop appearances with companies like Critical Role and Dimension 20. She's also a best-selling author on the Wall Street Journal, USA Today, Amazon, and Barnes & Noble's list. And she recently, because she's not busy enough, recently launched the Character Select podcast with Julia Bianco Scheffling, devoted to sharing the process of creating great characters in video games from all aspects of game creation. So Anjali has been a friend to Games for Change for years, almost a decade, and she's been an incredible advocate. And so I am pleased, so excited to announce that Anjali has been named as our first Games for Change Global Ambassador. Get her out of here, get her out of here, get her out of here. In her role, So in her role, Anjali will raise awareness and inspire a new generation of change makers to join us in our mission to drive real-world impact through games. Her commitment to uplifting voices, diverse voices and stories in gaming, and her influential platform make her an invaluable contributor and collaborator and partner for the Games for Change movement. So everyone, please enjoy your evening, and thank you, Anjali.
Hi, guys. So I'm Anjali Bhimani. It's lovely to see you all. I am so excited to be joining Games for Change as their first global ambassador. My love affair with Games for Change started with a Google search. Because in 2017, soon after Overwatch had come out, I met this extraordinary community of gamers and artists and cosplayers and game developers and people writing fan fiction, people who were so generous with what they were giving to those of us who were behind the creation of that game. And I desperately wanted to do something where I could give people back some of what they were giving back to me. Now, I wrote a book, I did a web series, but then I thought, I can do something bigger. I just don't know how. Google search. gaming, social change, discuss. And the first thing that popped up was Games for Change. I very quickly emailed Susanna and her team, who immediately responded to me, and it's been a wild and wonderful love affair ever since, and I'm so grateful. Since that day, I have done panels with Games for Change, hosted the awards, hung out with the student awards winners. During COVID, we did stuff online. There are so many ways that they've enabled me to be a part of what you guys are doing every single day. Whether you are programming, whether you are doing character design, whether you are some of the most amazing educators kids could have ever asked for, teaching them how to have agency and create agency for other people through games. I already told people backstage, if you are a betting person, here's a fun game. Bet on how soon Anjali will start crying during this award ceremony. I think the bets are over because it's already happening. But whether I am inviting people to bend reality to their will, or I am telling people to meet Sheila, don't worry, she bites, or whether Medusa is just here to compel herself to you. All the different ways that I get to be a part of games, I am thrilled to celebrate all of the ways that all of you are a part of games and how you are changing the world with them. So, I am going to just move on with this ceremony because that's the most important thing here. You don't need to hear about me. Let's talk about all of you. I'm so excited to be back at these awards to see how much they have grown. When I first started hosting these awards, there were 4 competitive categories. Now there are 11 with a total of 33 nominees. This year's awards had hundreds of submissions from 53 countries around the world, many of which were considered for our newest category, Best in Environmental Impact. Now, by the end of the night, 11 titles out of this enormous pool of entries will be named winners, and 1 will leave with the title of Best Game Experience of the Year. But that's not all. But wait, there's more. Tonight, we're also honoring people and companies that have made great strides in the social impact game sector, and we will recognize their achievements with the Vanguard Award, the Industry Leadership Award, the Giving Award, and the first ever Indie Breakout Award. So, before we move on to this exciting award ceremony, I want to take one more moment to thank the 200 developers and experts and influencers and change makers who took the time to judge these games and experiences. You all brought invaluable expertise and unique perspectives to the table. Without you, the awards would not be possible. So let's please give all of those folks a huge round of applause. If you are here in the audience, please stand up so we can thank you for what you've done. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we've got a great show tonight. Are you ready to find out who the winners are? Yeah, all right, let's do this. So our first award category is Best in Learning. And helping me present this award is our first special guest. Please welcome to the stage Nick Shiner, Director at Digital Promise.
Yeah, so nobody told me that I was going to be introduced by someone from the MCU and one of the most popular video game in the universe, so that's pretty cool. Thank you, Anjali. Many of us learn by doing, and that's why games are so effective in teaching us new skills and building our competencies. You may be familiar with the phrase, no chocolate-covered broccoli. A learning game that doesn't teach is a game, but a learning game that isn't fun is a missed opportunity. There's no chocolate-covered broccoli among the nominees for Best in Learning. Let's take a closer look.
Outbreak Ready 2 is a digital outbreak simulation designed to strengthen the readiness of NGOs when faced with large-scale infectious disease outbreaks. Learners are immersed in a realistic digital narrative in a fictional country called This Land.
And now let me present the winner in the Best in Learning category. The winner goes to Headlines in High Water, created by Field Day Lab.
Thank you. I'm so excited to win this award. This was a dream project for me. It was something that kind of came to my mind one day, and I was thinking about how all these journalism games were talking about fake news, and I wanted to talk about what news really was. And the best thing I think about making a game about journalism is that all the journalists cover you. I've never had so many interviews with news agencies, so that was really awesome. But I just am so thankful for Eric for coming up with the idea. He's my creative partner to do this text-based adventure, and of course for David Gagnon, who is constantly supporting our team as the director of our lab at Field Day. So thank you.
Okay, so our next award is Best in Health and Wellness. This one has I have a very soft spot in my heart for this award, because how many of you have heard at some point in your lives and then rolled your eyes that games were bad for you? Or that games were bad for people? Or that you shouldn't play games, you should do more serious things with your life? I love so much to see how many people are innovating in all the ways that we can prove to the world that not only games are good for you, they provide you a sense of agency, a sense of connection, and a sense of empowerment that other media can't. And I'm saying this, and I work in those other media. So I'm very, very excited about this one. Here to present this award is Chris Severson, one of the incredible curators behind the G4C Festival.
Hello, everyone. Whoop. Each year, more and more emphasis is placed on health and wellness, and with that comes great opportunity for games and technology. Our next finalists exemplify the possibilities of using these mediums to better ourselves, our communities, and society at large. They teach children healthy eating habits, turn emotions into creative self-expression, and help people understand the everyday effects of chronic diseases on their loved ones. Here are the nominees for Best in Health and Wellness.
Here's Bob. Bob loves food. Any color, all the colors, it's all good. He's a fan of all the flavors under the sun. He puts them in his tummy, one by one now.
And the winner is... I personally played this and I loved it. Soul Paint by Hatsumi and Manobanda.
Thank you so much. God, it took about 7 years to make this, so it feels quite intense finally being here. God, thank you so much. This kind of was inspired by my own lived experience of kind of being in a doctor's office and asking for help and not getting what I wanted. And so, this is an experience all about finding new ways to create more patient-centered ways of talking about experience. And man, it takes a village to create things like this. So I really want to thank everyone that supported this, my co-director, Nikki Smith, our executive producer, Liz Rosenthal, flippin' Rosario Dawson that helped us out and voiced the experience. Boo, who's in the audience, that helped us test it in library settings and think about how this can improve community well-being. My good friend Amy that came out and has been an incredible support through all of this as well. I really hope that projects like this really represent a future for all the games that exist around how connection and community is such an important part of well-being and looking beyond the medical model for how we can be well. This is just the beginning, and what we want to do, we want to expand it into education and healthcare contexts even more. We want to create terracotta armies that can take over squares around creating ways of starting conversations about lived experience. Get in touch if you want to help us. And lastly, thank you so much to Games for Change. They really support makers and have been a real advocate for us over the years and just make such an incredible environment to support people. So thank you so much to all of you.
Oh, incredible work. It's such a beautiful game. The nominees in this next category inspire responsible citizenship by uniting communities and shedding light on pressing, often complex issues. Presenting the award for Best in Civics, please welcome Lindsay Grace from University of Miami.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Civics is a broad category and an important topic. I should know I curated the civics for the civics track for this festival. While civics can seem unapproachable, games have the power to help us make sense of the world around us and help us grapple with and understand who we are, how we get there, and what the possibilities are moving forward. Whether that's through large-scale advocacy or even voting in local elections, the connection we make with the outside world through gaming can be invaluable. With that, here are the nominees for Best in Civics. So now is the moment where I slowly open the envelope and announce the name, and it's blank. I'm just kidding. So I'd like to invite back to the stage Headline and Field Day Lab for Headlines and High Water. Congratulations.
Wow, I'm so blown away right now. This is great. One of the ideas that we had with Headlines and High Water is because we wanted this game to be for middle school kids, and we knew that middle school kids don't have any classes about journalism. You don't get that until high school. And so we knew we had to cross-list it with something else that they would actually have. So we chose science, and it's around kind of climate change issues, around flooding, because this is something we know that is affecting communities around the world, more and more flooding. And so it's been really exciting to see this game being taught in science classrooms all over the country. So that makes me really happy. And I'm just very thankful to Sue Robinson, who was the journalism professor, who was the main consultant on this game, and all the journalists that worked with us and consulted with us over 2 years as we made this game. And this, the journalists in this game went to college, or we actually based it on this journalist. She went to college here in New York City and then ended up in Door County, Wisconsin for her first couple of years as a journalist. So if you play the game, it's a real life story of a journalist and all of her anecdotes. So thank you so much for supporting the game so much.
While all of the titles showcased tonight fall within the definition of social impact, these particular next nominees have demonstrable, measurable, or scalable outcomes with the ability to affect players in profound ways. Here to present the award for Best in Impact is Guven Çatak, Chapter Chair for Games for Change, Turkey.
Wow. I think, it's very exciting to be here. Yeah, first of all, as the leader of the recently formed Games for Change chapter in Turkey, I'm really happy to be here, and this time attending the festival as a chair. So it's very exciting. So thank you for that. The Best in Impact Award is one of the first and most important awards in this program, and has a legacy of honoring masterful games that affects the players in so many positive ways. Let's take a look at the nominees. Okay, and the winner is Stay Alive, My Son, Chapter 1 and 2, developed by UAM Studios.
I just got off a plane, ran over here, got myself together in the airport. Like many people in the room, I started this journey many years ago, impacted by the stories I saw being in Greece, my fellow country, of the children washed ashore from the Syrian refugee crisis. And I kept thinking to myself, how can parents be forced to make such tragic decisions when they have no fault of their own? I remembered a book that I had found in Cambodia 10 years prior of a similar parent who was forced to make a horrific decision to abandon his 6-year-old son so that he could live. And as I read the book and I landed in New York, I was torn apart because I'm very close to my family. And slowly I said, how can I bring this story but tell it differently? How can I have you actually step inside the shoes of this man, actually experience the difficult circumstances he was under? And how can I actually inspire global change so that families no longer have to live with the guilt, or the shame. And actually that shifts to the people that actually are in power. We did this, and contrary to people saying that it was impossible then, slowly we were joined by the United Nations High Commission of Refugees. We put heads of state in that headset. We put NGOs and we put refugees. And slowly people started to make global pledges to reunite 1 million families by 2030. Thank you. It's when you dream of a project and you make it with so much love, with an incredible cast and a team that helped me through very, very long sleepless hours. And this project slowly starts becoming something so much bigger than yourself, so much bigger than the book, something so much bigger than what you've imagined. And you actually are changing the world. That's a pretty awesome feeling. And I feel as a director and a writer, as a human being, and with my grandparents above that always watch over me, that I think we did good, and I'm very proud of it. So thank you for recognizing the work and our effort.
Congratulations on such an extraordinary and beautiful and heartfelt game, and thank you for, I think all of us have had an experience like what you described at some point or another, where you see something so painfully wrong in the world, whether from your own culture or your own background, or not, or someone else's, and you just want to make a difference. And you and so many people in this room have actually taken that as an impetus to create something extraordinary, and I just want to honor that about everybody who is sitting in this room, that you are making a difference with the skills that you have in a way that other people aren't. So thank you for doing what you do, and thank you for doing what you do. Okay, we are only halfway through the show. We have so much more fun. The medium of games and XR have come such a long way, especially when it comes to gameplay. I mean, I remember playing games like Reader Rabbit and Oregon Trail. Nothing like dying of dysentery by a computer game. Isn't that fun? Aw, love that. And it really makes you think, how in the world do we go from Pong to Tears of the Kingdom, which I just played with my friend Julia, who is out here just hours ago this morning. How do we go that far in just a few decades? Just a few decades. Imagine how far we're going to be able to go. So here to announce this year's winner for Best Gameplay is Stan Wisniewski, CTO of Discord.
All right. Thank you, Anjali. So what makes great gameplay? Is it smooth mechanics, exceptional polish, or is it just fun? And honestly, it's all of that, but it's also so much more. This category recognizes games and immersive experiences that have all of that and more, and by deeply engaging the player and amplifying social impact. Let's take a look at this year's nominees for Best Gameplay. Each one of those is truly amazing, but unfortunately, there can only be one winner. And that winner is A Highland Song by Inkle. So, Inkle couldn't be here in person today, but they've sent along a video, so let's take a look at that.
Hi everyone, I'm Joseph Humphrey from Inkle, and I was director on A Highland Song. We're absolutely thrilled to be getting this award, especially from Games for Change, which is a wonderful organisation doing incredible work. Creating a Highland song was an especially personal journey for those of us who grew up in Scotland and who are intimately familiar with the beautiful, rugged landscape. Until a couple of years ago, I hadn't been back in almost 10 years, so it was a wonderful privilege to have had the opportunity to recreate my favourite place in the world, right down to the Scottish weather, the wildlife, the people, the music, and the stories. To that end, I have to give a huge thanks to John Ingold, my co-founder and narrative genius at Inkle, Annie, Paul and Flora for their gorgeous art and animation, Nat for her brilliant level design that brought the mountains to life, Lawrence Chapman, Mohsen Amini and their talented musicians for the best soundtrack ever, and a big shout out to our fantastic voice actors MJ, Paul and Cara. I also wanted to give an extra special thanks to our testers, especially Graham, Zach and Steve, whose infectious enthusiasm for our games always helps us power down the final straight to get it finished and shipped. Thank you again, Games for Change, for this fantastic honour.
The Best in Innovation Award recognizes titles that redefine user engagement through experimental and novel creative expression. Our next presenter knows a thing or two about innovation. Please welcome Berkeley Eganes from Exola.
Thank you very much, Anjali. We really appreciate being here. We're humbled because to present this award is something that we believe in our ethos of innovation and continuing helping everybody here to enjoy the game. I'm humbled and honored to present the award for Best Innovation, particularly because without innovation, there is no progress. The nominees in this category took tons of risks to lay it all on the line and give it off and to give us something new, something memorable. My advice to everybody, not just developers, here tonight is to take some risk. And now, let's give it up to these nominees for Best in Innovation.
no sails, not a breeze. I am drifting cold waters.
Wow, those are some amazing games. And I'm thrilled to say the award goes to Stray Gods, the role-playing musical by Summerfall Studios.
Like a boat lost at sea with no sail.
Thanks so much for this award. I'm here on behalf of the Summerfall team and would like to share the following message from everyone at the studio. We're thrilled to accept this award for Best in Innovation. Stray Gods was such a meaningful project for the team to work on, and having it recognized is so rewarding for us, especially alongside such incredible nominees. Stray Gods was a hugely ambitious project with no paved path to follow, and we're so grateful for all the help and support we got along the way to make something truly unique. We're thankful that it's as special to us as it is to so many of you. Thanks again.
Medusa never gets to win awards, and she's so happy that Summerfall was able to win one for our game Stray Gods, the role-playing musical. Medusa sings, you know. If anyone needs to hire Medusa, please call her. She's available now.
Also, the DLC is out today. Who knew? So there you go. Congratulations. All right. So as an author, I am partial to any media that has a strong narrative. I would like to share the stage with someone who shares in that love and appreciation. Here to present the award for Best Narrative is Jazia Hamoudi, Program Director at Onassis ONX.
Good evening. Wow, what a crowd. Narrative has the power to move us, to capture our attentions and our imaginations. Narrative entrenches us in rich histories, personal memories, and transports us to parallel worlds. The nominees in the Best Narrative category exemplify the power of storytelling crafted with superb writing and unforgettable characters. Here are the nominees for Best Narrative. Okay, and the award goes to Stay Alive, My Son by Umi Studios. Congratulations.
This is wild. Adapting the book was very challenging because we wanted to really leverage the technology, in VR. And instead of rebuilding all the worlds in UE based on, the places that we live in, what I wanted to do is do something different. I wanted to take people on a metaphorical journey. So when you fall through the floor of Yatai's living room, you actually go inside his mental prison. And that mental prison is actually mapped out after the concentration camps in Cambodia. So using a flashlight, you actually find out about the history, those events, and we brought the family to life, 19 key scenes from the actual book using volumetric capture. And if it wasn't for my incredible cast, Alida Young, Arnold Chung, Vincent Rodriguez, Lucas and Abraham Sigler, and Kostas Filopoglu, that family, that story would have never come to life the way it did. And then, of course, it's not all sad in this story. There's a lot of happiness and the strength of the human spirit to continue for those that it loves. So eventually you end up flying to this mythical heart, which is modeled after Angkor Wat Temple. And as you go inside this magnificent temple, there is a moment of reunion, and there's a magical moment where you realized that this man did survive so that his family was not lost. He did survive so that his country's history was not lost, and he did survive with the hope of finding his son again. So thank you very much, everybody.
Game design and development have become more prevalent in schools, which makes me very, very happy because little Anjali was on her Apple II Plus trying so hard to make things in BASIC, and now they have opportunities in schools to do things way beyond anything that I could comprehend. So with that comes the opportunity for youth to enter the industry, using their unique voices and their fresh perspectives. Presenting the award for Best Student Project is Head of Gaming Social Impact at Microsoft Xbox, Jen Panettone.
All right. Well, to echo what Anjali just said, fresh perspectives can breathe new life into the industry. Young people aren't afraid to be bold with design, experiment, and with mechanics, and break conventions. Going back to what was said earlier in the night, if you were paying attention, I'm sure you were, they take risks and they have our attention. The nominees for the Best Student Project come from Sheridan College, HTW Berlin, and Drexel University. Let's take a closer look. So to the students who created these projects, I want to say that you all have incredibly, incredibly bright futures. And I've always wanted to do this. So the winner for Best Student Project is Stop and Breathe by One Must Imagine Games.
Thank you all so much. When we started this project 2 terms ago in the fall, I think Games for Change and serious games were a field that were really new to all of us, but it has been a wild journey and it has been an amazing one, getting to navigate and learn about all the different projects and all the amazing people out there who support these types of games. I want to give a special shout out to some of our professors, Nicholas Hessler, Chris Crowell, Zane Dinath, and especially a huge shout out for Christina Arena. She is a professor in the Child and Youth Care program at Sheridan, and she acted as an advisor for our project. She gave us all the advice we needed. She helped guide our direction for this game and made sure the information we taught was accurate. So thank you to all of them. And lastly, thank you to the capstone teams in the lab that helped us test this game, because everyone knows we spent some long nights in there on a lot of coffee helping bug test this. And so it was a great journey. It was great getting to learn about the world of serious games, and I think it's one that we're all looking forward to explore more in our careers. So thank you all so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
The excitement. We are going to take a little break from awards giving for a special announcement from Andy Phelps, the president of the Higher Education Video Game Alliance, or HEVCA.
So hey everybody, I'm Andy Phelps from HEVCA. I'm joined on stage by Lindsay Grace, who you met earlier, who is our vice president. And it was 10 years ago, almost to the day, it was pretty close, where we announced HEVCA at the GLS conference in Madison, Wisconsin, when we formed it with Constance Steinkühler and Tracy Fullerton and Drew Davidson and myself and Catherine Isbister as the founding group. And since that time, we've done a lot of work, tried to help represent the colleges and universities that have games programs that produce the work like you just saw. And once a year, we gather to announce our new fellows. We have a fellows program that recognizes some of the best and brightest educators within the academy, both for their work in teaching and also their research that helps inform the discussion around games and public policy, et cetera. This year's brand new 2024 fellows are Mitu Kandikar, Hartmut Konitz, Bo Ruberg, and Ann Sullivan. And if there are any of them that are here, please say hello and let us recognize you.
There's one.
There's one, yeah.
Me too's here.
So congratulations to all of the new fellows. We welcome you into the fold, and we're excited to work with you in the future. The other thing that I asked Susanna for time for, we've been going for 10 years, and we've had the most amazing executive director that we could ever ask for. And while he will never totally escape our clutches, he is moving on to some new horizons as well. And so I want to single out Jonathan. If you see Jonathan at the party later, please congratulate him for all of the work that he has done to help build an organization that now represents over 450 colleges and universities with game programs all over the world.
Thank you.
What?
His full name?
Jonathan Elmer Green. I should
Yes.
probably say his last
Full
name, so thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so far, the awards we've honored tonight have been amazing digital games. But now, for the next award, we are taking it back old school. So 8-year-old Anjali is excited again because, when she wasn't playing on her Apple II Plus and trying to program games using BASIC, she was playing her cleric fighter magic user multi-class character in Dungeons & Dragons with her friends at 8 years old, right? So I'm so excited to announce our next presenter. Please welcome Brian Baker from Hasbro, presenting Best Board or Tabletop Game for Impact.
It's no mystery that at Hasbro, we love board games, tabletop games, anything with cards, tiles, or tokens. We're certainly in good company. Dungeons & Dragons brings lifelong friends back together. Magic the Gathering has a devoted fan base. Monopoly and Scrabble continue to start feuds at coffee tables at family holidays. Video games and tabletop games coexist, bringing us peak entertainment with new and creative and impactful statements. I give you the nominees for Best Board or Tabletop Game for Impact.
Daybreak is a cooperative board game about stopping climate change. You and your friends will explore a hopeful near future where you get to build the mind-blowing technologies and resilient societies we need to save the planet.
Empiric is a 15-minute game used for medical and pharmacy learners in the busy clinical setting. Empiric reinforces antibiotic basics with color-coded mechanisms of action and iconography for important bacteria. Players manage a hand of antibiotics, matching antibiotics or observation without antibiotics to clinical.
In this game, you will embark on a unique adventure, where at every step, we'll lead you to create new stories, face daily challenges in the city, and of course have a lot of fun.
And the award goes to Daybreak by CMYK.
Thank you. So this project, sorry, my croaky voice. This project started in the middle of pandemic, 2020, when the author of a game called Pandemic, does anyone have played Pandemic here? Yes. So Matt and I started a conversation thinking about what can we learn from Pandemic, the game, applied to what was then a really scary new reality. And could we use cooperative games to tackle another big problem, urgent problem that we're all struggling with, which is climate change. So 4 years down the line, here we are. We made a game. And I want to thank Matt, who's not here today. I want to thank Alex, who's our publisher, for really believing in this project. And everyone who's helped us through this big journey, climate experts, policy experts, all the playtesters, and all of you, Games for Change. Thank you.
Add daybreak to next game night. Awesome. Right, okay. Games for Change started the XR for Change initiative in 2017, and it's clear the medium has really taken off. We have seen so many generations of VR headsets, and with so many remarkable advancements in such a brief time, I'm happy to bring Cameron Kostopoulos, founder and CEO of Kost, to the stage to present this year's exemplary experience with the Best in XR award.
Thank you. As the creator of Body of Mine, I'm very excited to be back here after the experience won this very award last year. I know firsthand what immersive experiences can do. Earlier today, I gave a talk on the unique opportunities, affordances, and ethics of using immersive technology to make us more understanding individuals, and by extension, creating a more empathetic and a better society. That is because the very nature of its immersion allows us to experience and feel on the deepest level. And the nominees in this category do that in strides. And now, here are the nominees.
On Washington. Maybe the last time, but I don't know. Singing, this may be the last time. This may be the last time. This may be the last time. Maybe the last time, but I don't know. Well, it may be the last time to march on the Capitol.
And now, the award for Best in XR goes to MLK Now Is the Time.
Maybe the last time to march on Washington. Maybe the last time, but I don't know. Singing, this may be the last time. This may be the last time. This may be the last time. Maybe the last time, but I don't know. Well, it may be the last time to march on the Capitol. Maybe the last time, but I don't know. Well, it may be the last time to march on Congress.
Oh, hello. I'd like to thank Time Studio, Flight School, and the Martin Luther King Foundation for trusting me as the writer of this project. When I heard that it would be a video game experience on MLK, the only thing I wanted to do was make sure I didn't embarrass Martin Luther King. And so the reception that this award has received, that this project has received, has been so grounding. Last year was the 50th anniversary of the March on Washington, and so frequently we hear King's words, "I had a dream." They are regurgitated over and over again, and yet the message of that speech is often fallen to the wayside. And so what we did with this project was we took 3 elements from that speech that are still resonating problems today, problems in policing, problems in housing, and problems in voting, to give the user an immersive experience so that, like you were saying, empathy can be fostered through firsthand experiences. Rather than having someone tell you about what an interaction with the police are like in a black or brown body, you have an experience that we did not want to make race trauma porn. And so we really took the intention of guiding the user through this experience. So whether you have dealt with the oppression of race from the body that you're in or want to gain empathy, I am rambling and also very nervous. I did not know getting up here. It was really important to me that we lead with King's message of love. And at this time in the world, there is such a dehydration of love. And it is so important that instead of just quoting what King did, we actually do what he recommended. And that is showing up with love for our fellow man. And it's just such an honor to be in this room with all of you here today, with the work that you are doing, so coded in love. Thank you, Game for Change.
Congratulations. Also, can we take a moment to acknowledge the music in all of these games? We've been having a full-on dance party backstage. Everything is so heartfelt and so emotional and so big and epic. It's stunning. It's absolutely stunning. So we have had a great night so far, and before we move on to our special awards, we have one more competitive category. I can't think of a better way to close out this section of the awards ceremony than with our newest award, Best in Environmental Impact. I'd like to share the stage with Matthew Everett, partner and fractional CFO and founding member of the F-Suite and Games for Change board member.
Thank you, Anjali. So this year I had the privilege of joining the Games for Change board of directors, and I'm excited to be here as the newbie, and so as the newbie I get to present the newest award. This category was introduced in response to a growing trend as the number of environmentally conscious submissions grew more and more each year. And there's reason for that. There's an expression of art imitating life, but in this instance, it's art confronting life. As climate change continues to affect ourselves and the world around us in cruel and unforgiving ways, these next games challenge us to do better. In its first year, the Best in Environmental Impact category received 17% of all entries. And now, here are the very first nominees of this new award. And the winner of the first inaugural Best in Environmental Impact Award goes to The Plastic Pipeline by Fablevision.
So, long-time participant, first-time winner here. And we are so excited to be one of the inaugural winners of this category. We have traveled the world studying plastic pollution policy, and the ethos of this game is to empower players to understand how they can make a difference or how policymakers can make a difference around the world. I am so excited to have been backed by the research of our China environment team, to have the pleasure of working with Gary and the Fable Vision team, and just really honored to win this award. I'd like to thank the Academy. Oh, sorry, wrong speech. But more importantly, I'd like to thank my 3 brothers who, growing up, never let me play on the Sega Genesis, said video games are not for girls, and now look at me here.
That wraps up our competitive award categories. Before we move on, can we give all of those nominees another round of applause? Thank you so much, all of you. Before we get to our game or experience of the year, we have some special awards to give out. So starting with the G4C Giving Award, presenting this award is Ayram Tawia, the CEO and co-founder of Leti Arts.
Yes. The G4C Giving Awards honors companies, organizations, and individuals who contribute through community initiatives, fundraising, scholarships, and donations. The first time we gave this award was 4 years ago, honoring the charitable contributions of Humble Bundle, Game Done Quick, Child's Play, and Dr. Lupo. This year, I'm happy to present this award to streaming juggernaut Twitch. Through Twitch, the streaming community raised an outstanding $400 million last year. Its charity tools not only afford creators the opportunity to give back, but encourages them to host charity streams for causes they care about through campaigns like Twitch Together for Good. The company's dedication to matching community donations and offering exclusive rewards for giving has amplified its impact and leadership in the gaming industry. For all these reasons, and more than I am able to list in the time I have before you tonight, I'm pleased to give the 2024 Giving Award to Twitch.
Y'all, I am clumsy, so I did not want to hold it. I definitely gave it to Fats here. I am Charlie, or I go by SB. You know, we typically go by usernames, and this is also Fats here. We are on the community engagement team at Twitch, and we are so excited to be here to accept this award on that behalf. And I got something written, so I'm gonna read it for y'all. Thank you so much, Games for Change, for this incredible award in honor of the work that Twitch has done over the past decade plus. Our creators are the lifeblood of this award, from broadcasters leading fundraising efforts across many impacts, causes the work to the causes of the work being done by our Twitch Unity Guild members every day. Period. We want to continue to see the world become an even better place for all. As Twitch, we come together year-round for uplifting voices and supporting individuals in need. This is a major cross-functional effort between our amazing team members at Twitch, from marketing to community to product. The introduction of our charity tool in 2022 made it even easier for broadcasters to support causes important to them.
working with partners across industries, both in charity sector and in service to support, in support of charity, help us make each moment even larger. We also want to extend a personal thank you to both our leader, Mary Kish, and our peer, Cassandra Reyna. We are so grateful for your compassion and dedication in this space and bringing new visions to a space that could receive support.
I have something to say too. You have to hold this now. All right, I'm a part of this. Hi, I'm Fats. So we represent the Unity Guilds team at Twitch, which is a really cool thing. Thank you. So as representatives of the Unity Guilds team here, we want to amplify the message that Twitch is for everyone. Anybody can stream, just press live and you're there. It's great. If you have a voice, a viewpoint, a desire to share your love, Twitch is a place where you can find a home. Twitch is committed to our efforts as we move forward because we do believe that by coming together for good, even greater things can happen. Thank you so much.
While we're at it, while we are honoring Twitch, can we also thank all of the streamers who are responsible for making sure our games get to larger communities? If you are like me and incapable of playing a first-person shooter even though you are in them because you don't have a sense of direction and you can barely find your way out of that public bathroom back there, streamers are sometimes your connection to those games. So thank you, all of you who are streaming, who are sharing games that way, and congratulations again, Twitch. Next, we will honor a company that has done exemplary social work within the game industry. Back to present the Industry Leadership Award is Susanna Pollack, President of Games for Change.
Over the past 15 years, Minecraft has left an indelible mark on the games industry, revolutionizing the sandbox genre and captivating millions of players worldwide in its open world format and limitless creative potential. This has empowered players to build, explore, and collaborate in ways never before imagined. With its enduring popularity, Minecraft has become a cultural phenomenon, building communities, inspiring educational initiatives, and showcasing the boundless creativity of its players, even beyond the game itself. Let's watch a short video.
Now more than ever, the world needs more hope, curiosity, and peace. Bringing the real world into the Minecraft world enables us to explore places we've never been, dig into real issues in an accessible way, and immerse ourselves in history to shape a better future. Experience life through the eyes of animals living in some of the coldest habitats on Earth. Hunt in a whale pod, build a cozy nest, protect your cubs, all while learning about the ways climate change is impacting these frozen worlds. These 5 Minecraft maps are inspired by stories from the Frozen Planet 2 series, created in partnership with BBC Earth. Head to warmer climates to explore swamps of mangroves, an incredible super tree species found in 114 countries. Join the Mangrove Restoration Project and use seed cannons to restore these essential mangroves in a world struggling from climate change. They're called climate superheroes because of their innate ability to sequester carbon. Don't miss a chance to learn about these ridiculously cool trees. In Latin Explorers, journey with leaders in the community as you help them solve tough challenges. Meet ordinary people doing extraordinary things, like preserving butterflies, delivering medical supplies, and creating murals to speak out against injustice. This world was created in partnership with the Hispanic Heritage Foundation to help young people build leadership skills and inspire local action. Learn from history with Peace Builders, a series of adventures created with the Nobel Peace Center and Games for Change.
meet 4 Nobel Peace Prize laureates, and help them avoid and solve conflict, learning the skills needed to craft peace. Clear landmines to save a Cambodian village. Protest the unjust apartheid system. Support refugees after an earthquake. We can all help create more peace. All of these amazing worlds are available for free in the Minecraft Marketplace. Together, we can build a better world.
I am happy to welcome to the stage Ava Volandes, who will receive the Industry Leadership Award on behalf of Minecraft.
Well, thank you so much, Susanna. I don't think I have to say anything else because she did such a beautiful job of saying it, but I'm here and I'm so honored to receive this award on behalf of Mojang Studios. And what an honor it is on our 15th year to be able to receive such a prestigious award. Like I said earlier in my talk, social impact truly is ingrained in what we do. It is part of any part of our teams, and it is something that we do together, whether it be our team, our partners, and most importantly, our community. And one of the things that I really loved hearing from one of the earlier award recipients were the words of collaboration and community. And like I said earlier, real change in this world only happens when we do it all together. So if we can all leave with that sense of love that we talked about earlier, that sense of collaboration and community. And I know that for Mojang, we continue to be committed to make change in the world, and each one of us here has that ability. So thank you for all you're doing, and thank you to Games for Change for this award. Thank you.
The G4C Vanguard Award honors extraordinary individuals who drive real-world change through their work in the industry. It is my pleasure to welcome last year's recipient to pass the torch. Please welcome the CEO of Snowbright Studio, Grace Collins.
Hey everyone, I'm Grace from Snowbright Studio, and I was really honored last year to be the Vanguard Award winner. And I'm really excited to introduce you to this year's Vanguard Award winner. So what Games for Change saw in this year's winner is what many of us had to find out the hard way. That the titles of like Head of Games for Impact or Lead Changemaker or things like that aren't usually the ones that we get. They're not usually the ones that come wrapped in a bow, easy to do. So many of us do the work that we do because we believe in the mission, and often without the title that comes with it. We believe in the impact, and we find ourselves transforming ourselves into champions, whether we want to or not, to make sure that that work happens. This year's winner grew up in Texas and self-describes as suffering from lost puppy adoption syndrome. She's always been finding the right person, the right cause, and the right moment to jump in. Her work founding the Gallant Gamers, which supported nonprofits like the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention and charities that support veterans, brought streaming to charities in a new way. She believes in the motto that we can do more together. Time and again, she has shown how organizing smaller streamers and smaller diverse groups of voices can result in big changes. And work that she has done continues to grow and expand today, such as her support and guidance to the 1000 Dreams Fund, which now funds dozens of grants to women in esports every year. This winner is driven by curiosity, by a humble leadership to jump in when there isn't someone else to raise the banner. I know that spirit is in many of you as well, and I'm so glad that Games for Change has chosen to honor her in this way as an exemplar of what a changemaker in the field can be, what a vanguard can look like. From her time at Twitch, leading charitable giving work and DEI initiatives, to her current work in development of bringing literature and history to children in new ways through visual novels and interactive narratives, she brings that change wherever she goes. So everyone, please welcome to the stage this year's Vanguard Award winner, Alyssa Sweetman.
Wow, there's bright lights up here.
So I must have rewrote this speech a bunch of times because I'm among peers. And what can I say that we don't all say every day? So instead, I thought I would share 2 reflections with you about my time in this work. The first is how seemingly random and insignificant happenstances can bring you to where you are. From my grandparents encouraging me to play video games and demanding to know why I agreed with them so that I would have my own opinion, which led me down a long life journey of asking why a whole bunch. To my best friend in high school, her mother really pushing me to go to college, where I met a college friend who encouraged me to stream on Twitch because I played video games in every waking moment. And that is where I found my love for doing good in video games, which eventually took me to the big corporation called Twitch. And so today, I'm very, very honored and thankful to be able to accept this award. Thank you to Grace and Susanna for this award. And the second, sorry, I'm rambling, but the second reflection I wanted to bring is that none of this work is possible to do on your own. It is truly impossible to do any of this alone, and it is reflected in the many projects that I have done. From my favorite project, when a colleague reached out to me and said, hey, I heard you do diversity projects, from a team that I had never met, would never interact with, and that resulted in launching a product that would have never launched without it today, allowing Twitch to continue to do diversity programs at scale. And without that weird happenstance, And so I leave you with this. As technology enables us to do more and more independently of each other, seek each other out for those seemingly magical and insignificant happenstances, because that is how we can change the world.
So, I have been sharing the stage with some extraordinary people tonight as presenters, and I am so unbelievably excited and honored to announce the winner of this next award myself. For the first time ever, Games for Change is honoring an outstanding debut game with the Indie Breakout Award. Since its release last summer, Venba has enchanted players with its gorgeous visual style, its mix of genres, and stellar writing that both warmed and broke our hearts. I'm gonna wait for this next page to roll up so I don't start crying immediately. The story of the eponymous Venba, a South Indian woman who moves to Canada with her husband in the 1980s, takes players on a journey of life in a new place that spans decades. A story bridged by creating Tamil recipes. Venba's meaningful and authentic representation of the immigrant experience shines a light on the struggles and triumphs of preserving one's cultural identity in a new environment. By addressing these important issues through innovative gameplay mechanics and thought-provoking narrative, Venba exemplifies the power of games to create cultural awareness and empathy, and bridge the gap between the entertainment and real-world impact. Venba is an inspiration to the game development community and underscores the significance of amplifying diverse voices in the gaming industry, and I, for one, am so incredibly grateful that I now have a game that I can play with my 84-year-old Indian mother who has never played a video game in her life, and both of us can feel seen. So this is why I'm happy to present the first inaugural Indie Breakout Award to Venba by Visai Games.
Hi, I'm Abhi, the creative director of Venba. It's a huge honor to accept the Games for Change award for the Indie Breakout category. The games industry is constantly changing, and I feel every year developers push the boundaries more and more to make the games that they really want to make. And the fact that a game like Venba can exist and be loved by so many of you itself is evidence of that change. I'm really thankful for festivals like Games for Change that dedicate their platforms to games that are innovative both in their form and content. Thank you all so much.
Okay, so we have just one award left. Before I bring out our final presenter for Game or Experience of the Year, I want to give another huge congratulations to all the nominees and all of the winners of the night. Please give them a round of applause. Give yourselves a round of applause. And we are all winners here because you can check out all of the titles you've seen tonight in the Games and Immersive Arcade on the second floor. If you haven't gone there already, 10 out of 10, highly recommend, get yourself up there. I don't know about you, but I am really, really, really excited about this next performer. I've already decided that he and I are going to be best friends. He just doesn't know it yet. I would like to bring up your final guest presenter of the night, the one, the only, the incomparable hip-hop gamer.
Yeah! Give me my hug. Give me my hug. You know what's up. Yeah. Yeah, baby, y'all already know what it is. Once again, make some noise for Games for Change. 1, 2, 3, woo! Bup, bup, bup. Yo, check this out, right? I don't think y'all understand how important and impactful everybody's work was. Like, we in the back going crazy. I see y'all going crazy. This is what the gaming industry is all about because it's our industry. And it's an honor to be here to present the Game of the Year Experience Award. So, I'm gonna say this. Y'all put so much hard work, passion. This is the year's best impact games and XR experiences, all right? Now, these creators, I commend y'all. Facts. It is insane what y'all do, and the nights where y'all be pissed off and don't feel like doing nothing, y'all still find a way to push through so we can enjoy what y'all create, and we love you for it. Facts. Facts. Yeah. So you created a story that only you can tell. So this final award goes to a title that exemplifies all the qualities of Games for Change. Let's take one more look at the nominees. All right. Now, it's about to be special. I need my homegirl. I need Anjali to come up real quick. Come up. Clap it up for her. Come on up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Now, thank you for the title because we got to do this right. So on the count of 3, I need everybody, because sometimes you may feel dead, you may feel down in the bone. But in this moment right here, we about to stay alive. Give it up for you. Oh yeah, good looking. Give it up for you, ME Studios, the winner of the Game of the Year. Stay alive. Woo! That's what I'm talking about, baby. Congratulations. Woo! Oh my gosh. Oh, give my hug, yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Woo! Oh my gosh. Congratulations, you're amazing. Here you go. Yo, drop them bars, baby. Let's get it.
What do you do with that? I'm sitting there watching, and you said nominees, so I'm thinking to myself, okay, and I'm starting to cry. Because I'm like, oh, this is so moving, even just to be up here, not even knowing that I was the winner of it. Just so you guys know. So first of all of you in this room inspire me so much. Some of the games that I saw, the awards that were given, the ways in which you talk about your games is truly incredible. I am so lucky, fortunate, blessed to be amongst your company. So thank you very much, everybody. Susan, Games of Change, you have made this epic. I can't even top this one out, so I can't even talk about you for a minute. But honest to God, it was December 2021, and my parents called me up. And my mom was like, where are you at? I said, I'm, at my brother's 40th birthday party. Okay, so when are you coming home? I said, I'm not. What do you mean? I'm moving to Greece. Why are you doing that? I said, I remember that thing I was telling you I wanted to do, that thing I wanted to write and all of that stuff? Well, I'm going to go for it. I'm not listening to anyone. Everyone's telling me it's impossible to make all this stuff. I said, I'm going to go for it. So where are you going to stay? I'm going to go back and stay in the village with my grandmother. She had passed away, but I was raised there as a kid from 9 months old to 4. It's a place where I grew up at. It's in southern Greece, in the middle of mountains, and December's cold. I went there and I started to write from my heart and not to listen to anyone. And every single day that I woke up, I had so much doubt because I'd given up my career. I'd put all my stuff in storage. I've given up life as I knew it just to follow this idea of this dream, of this passion, of this love for this story that I had and this man. And every single day, I got the phone call, so when are you coming home? I'm not coming home yet. When are you coming home? I'm not coming home yet. And I learned how to develop in the game engine. I learned how to level design and build my own team. Half of that team was Ukrainian. We lost half of them due to the war. But the war gave us so much passion because we were actually fighting for a story of family unity, because we were living stories of family separation. And every single day that doubt got smaller and that anxiety got when I started getting, my mom started becoming my champion, telling me to go, go, go. And the rest, as you see, is history. I'm so lucky and privileged to have had that moment, that blessing from, I believe, my grandparents to tell me to go for it, to come back home and write and be the granddaughter that I raised you to be. It's a privilege to be part of this industry. It's a privilege to wake up every morning and feel so damn inspired, so damn lucky, so grateful to God for giving me the opportunity and the people around me, from my cast to my crew to every single person who inspired me along the way. I just can't wait for the next one, and holy shit, this is fucking awesome. Excuse the F-bomb.
Let's go! Congratulations and God bless. You deserve it. Oh my God. Much love to you. Much love to you.
Thank you guys. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you.
Don't forget the award. Yeah!
Congratulations, stay alive, my son, and to all the other winners and nominees of the night. Thank you to all of our guest presenters, our jurors, and all of you for being here. You have been a great audience, and you are all invited up to the second floor arcade for the official after party. Now let's go celebrate, because if we can think it, we can create it. I'll see you guys soon.